Hi everyone, today we're here to talk about circular polarizing filters. This is a staple in many photographers' camera bag, and they're a great filter. There's lots of misinformation about them and lots of lack of knowledge about them. So here I've got my little filter. It's actually two rings, so hopefully you can see this on camera, but once it's onto the lens we can rotate that front ring, and that is what causes the polarization of our image, which we can actually see real time in the viewfinder. Don't really want to go into how they work, but there is they eliminate a lot of glare, and they operate best when they're at a 30 to 40 degree angle from where the reflection is occurring. So if we've got a reflection of that 30, it's great. If our light source is at 90 degrees to us, or the middle of the day with the sun above us, it's going to be the least effective. And we can show you that out in the shop if you come in, or in fact we're going to show you in this video a little later on. There's lots of differences. So Kenko is our mainstream filter. We sell lots and lots of them. Really good, really reliable, high quality Japanese filter. Then we have B+W. It's not black and white, it is B+W. They're a great filter. It is what I'm using on my camera. They're a high transmission filter, so it has less colour to it and you lose less light. So I also utilise my circular polarising filter because we lose about just under 2 stops of light. So I always talk about it as 2 stops. If you're up at a waterfall and you need to slow it down, this little filter is going to give you about 2 stops of shutter speed reduction. And I will stack it with my other ND filters, which is another story altogether. They're great for increasing contrast and sharpness. Contrast, particularly if you think of the typical Greece or Greek image with the lovely white houses and punchy blue skies. It's achieved by using a circular polarizing filter. Really important. It also does help to remove haze that we see in our scenes. So UV filter works for that because that is a lot of the haze. Circular polarizing. So the filter itself just screws on gently onto the front of your lens. Don't do it uptight. They're really hard to get off if they're over tightened, because we want to be able to rotate this front ring. So if you over tighten it, the front ring is meant to rotate and it's very hard to get a grip onto your filter to get it off. You can stack them, so you can have a UV filter underneath this. I've removed mine, so I've got my little UV filter here, which is just my UV clear protector. For the purposes of just showing you, you can stack them. Be mindful that if you're stacking lots of filters and you've got a really wide angle lens, you'll start seeing some light fall off around your edges of your photos or vignetting. So yeah, if you're ultra wide, you are better off just to use the filter native on the lens. Yeah, great filter, really usable. Come and have a look, we'll show you what differences it makes. Okay guys, so here we are, we're looking into a shop window just next door at Milano Jewelers for us, and you'll see, particularly on the left hand side, the reflection of cars, car headlights, cars driving past. As we turn our circular polarizer off or round, we can just see that all of that reflection has just disappeared. And there's still some reflection, but I think I've got rid of all of it there. That's the purpose of a circular polarizing filter. So if you imagine you're doing architecture and want to remove the reflections, even if you're out doing a landscape, even in the big wide world out doing the landscapes, all the little white reflections glinting in your trees with water droplets on trees, they can potentially be turned off with circular polarizing filter.